Happy summer, everyone. Welcome to your July 2024 Astrological forecast. Special shout out to my subscribers. Thank you so much for your continued support, for liking and sharing and commenting on my videos. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, anything you would like to know is in the description box below. Okay, but it is easier to just email me and ask me whatever it is you would like to know. Okay, in regarding charts and services. Okay, and don't forget to check out my weekly forecast, which is now like shorts, daily shorts. Whenever there are major aspects between the planets, I usually do a short. Okay, but for now, okay, let's get to July. So on the 2nd, July 2nd, Neptune in Pisces turns retrograde. Okay, also on the 2nd, Mercury moves into Leo. And then on the 5th, there's a new moon in Cancer. On the 11th, Venus moves into Leo. Then on the 20th, Mars moves into Gemini. And on the 21st, there's a full moon in Capricorn again. Okay, there was just one on June 21st in Capricorn, right? Full moon. So there's another one this month also on the 21st. So if anything significant happened to you around that June 21st full moon, maybe this is like a continuation of that. Okay. And then on the 22nd, the Sun moves into Leo, and on the 25th, Mercury moves into Virgo. So, now for your forecast. Hi, Aries. So, okay, so at the beginning of the month on the 2nd, Neptune turns retrograde. It's in Pisces along with Saturn, that's also in Pisces, and is also retrograde in your 12th house. That's where you have the sign of Pisces. So your 12th house is your subconscious mind, but it is it's the hidden house, the house of hidden matters, okay? Secrets and confidences, many things, okay? It's the house of charity, okay? But the house of the subconscious mind, right? The 12th house is known as the house of self-undoing because you could drive yourself crazy just overthinking things. And sometimes that's what happens when Saturn is here. I've mentioned this before. A lot of times fears that you never had before suddenly pop up, okay? And I like to use water as one of those fears. Like maybe you're one of those people that used to swim every single day, you know, when you were a kid or whatever. And even up until, you know, recently, and then all of a sudden you wake up one morning and you have a sudden fear of water, large bodies of water, whatever, something like that. You know, this is just Saturn in the 12th house, that's all, and Neptune here at the same time. And both of them being retrograde, you know, so retrograde planets are used for review, you know, changing your mind about something or whatever, you know, but because this is all occurring in your 12th house of behind the scenes activities by you or someone else, it won't be really noticeable. I don't think it'll be too noticeable, even though you may actually be doing something behind the scenes that you really don't want other people to know about. But that could be anything, even if you're possibly in like therapy or doing some kind of on your own, even doing something on your own, not necessarily with a doctor or prescribed you know, whatever that someone may have even suggested to you to try. You know, so you could be doing something like that, even to just help you sleep. Whatever, I just had to mention it though, okay, that these planets are retrograde together in your 12th house. So the Sun is in Cancer, okay, up until the 22nd. New moon in Cancer on the 5th, and Venus is in Cancer up until the 11th in your 4th house, where you have the sign of Cancer, your 4th house being your family life, your family, where you physically live and the property surrounding it, your personal life, your childhood, the foundation of how you were raised, and your past. So a new moon here brings a new beginning in this area, in your home life, in your family. There is a full moon on the 21st, July 21st, in Capricorn in your 10th house. It's directly across from your 4th house. Okay, 10th house is your most public house. It's your house of your career and how people know you by reputation, professionally and personally. So even if you don't work at all or you're retired, you're still known for something or other, even like your public personal status, okay, within your own area. Okay, so anyways, full moons exist to bring problems to the surface so they can be dealt with and done away with, right? Well, there was already a full moon in Capricorn on June 21st, 1 month previous to this July 21st, and it does happen that there are 2 full moons in the same sign, and that's what's going on here, right? So if you can remember back to June 21st, if anything occurred around that time, any kind of problem that you resolved or something that may have popped up, whatever, but this could be in regards to your career, your public life, and your family life, and maybe there not being a balance between the two. Maybe you're spending too much time at your career and not enough at home, or vice versa, okay? Could be something like that. So whatever occurs on this July 21st full moon could be a continuation of that June 21st full moon. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So Mars is in Taurus right now up until the 20th in your 2nd house where you have the sign of Taurus, and along with the planet Uranus still transiting in Taurus in your 2nd house of earned income and possessions and investments and many, many other things. Okay, but having Mars here does like kind of bring about the desire to bring in a second stream of income or a new source of income or something or other, okay, or creating one of your own, and it could be through something a little bit different or a little bit unusual. With the planet Uranus here in your 2nd house, that's the way things have been as far as your money goes, up and down, earning money through odd means, different means, you know, and it's could be temporary, like a lot of temp jobs on the side or something, you know, but it's different and unusual. Then Mars moves into Gemini on the 20th, into your 3rd house where you have Gemini, and Jupiter is already in Gemini. So these 2 planets are traveling together just as they were just recently in Taurus. Both Jupiter and Mars were in Taurus together, and both of these planets, when traveling together, bring about fortunate action, which is Jupiter being the fortunate part of it, Mars being the action part of it. So now this is occurring in your 3rd house of your everyday life, your neighbors, your neighborhood, your siblings, your cousins, all forms of communication, including regular postal mail, local travel within a tri-state area, a day trip, overnight trip, weekend trip, and more than likely a road trip. Okay, so you know, having these 2 planets here together means that your immediate area, your neighborhood, something possibly going on at this time within your neighborhood is where your good fortune is right now. There could be a new business within your area that maybe will become like your favorite place, or pretty important to you for some reason or other. Maybe it's makes your life a little bit easier, more convenient, you know, something new, or even a new neighbor possibly moving into the area that is very, very helpful. Whatever, but Mars, you know, is an energizing planet. It makes you really want to get out there and get stuff done, so you could be running around your own neighborhood, or again, your own area, or doing a couple little trips, even if you are traveling locally, like again a tri-state area kind of thing. you could just be doing more of that. And it could be for recreation, but it could also be for business. Like something new opening up where it helps you in some way or other financially. Okay. Then, okay, the sun moves into Leo on the 22nd. Mercury is in Leo on the 2nd through the 25th, and Venus moves into Leo on the 11th into your 5th house, where you have the sign of Leo. So, 5th house is the house of fun and creativity, romance, speculation, gambling, all forms of entertainment, games and sports, and anything to do with children. So this is the house of fun. You know, with Venus here, you know, it does bring about romance possibly, but it could also be just fun and even something creative. You know, if you're in the middle of doing something like that right now, Venus here will really, really help, along with Mercury too. Especially if you're in some kind of collaboration with someone on a creative project, your communication is really good at this time in regards to agreeing to the same thing. Okay, that could also be in romance too. Speculation and gambling you might want to do also. Wouldn't hurt, you know, to at least buy a scratch-off ticket, lottery ticket every so often or something or other. But if it's possible, it's a good idea to enter local contests. Okay, having Jupiter in your 3rd house kind of helps that. And a lot of times what I find is some of the contests within your own area is usually like win a new car from a dealership. So, I mean, it's might not be easy to find a contest within your area. There are some legitimate online contests where you can win stuff. 3rd house is an internet house, okay? So you might want to go online to enter some contest that way. If it's not costing you any money, there's no harm in it, and you're not coughing up a lot of personal information, right? Okay, so then Mercury moves into Virgo on the 25th into your 6th house of the workplace, the kind of work that you do, your co-workers, your house of health, and your house of service to others. So, you know, stuff regarding all of these things that I just mentioned, like begins. You know, planets like the sun and everything else will move into Virgo shortly. And Mercury is kind of just leading the way. So there could be something even going on with your work schedule or work assignments. If you're self-employed, it could be something like that. Maybe a new client, possibly. If you're retired, it could actually just be something that you do for fun. That's a hobby that you are trying to make money from. And it looks like that's like the beginning phase of this with Mercury moving into your 6th house. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Aries on the 25th, 26th, and 27th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Libra, and those dates are the 12th, 13th, and 14th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 7th, 8th, 9th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. The best time for money is the 14th, 15th, and 16th. The best time for your career is the 1st, 2nd, 27th, 28th, and 29th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 17th, 18th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for July. Be sure to check out my weekly forecasts, which are now daily shorts. See ya!